This is your one and only FireSpark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to another informational Valheim video. Today we're going to talk about the importance of shields and your blocking skill versus armor. Let's get to it. The purpose of this video is to show you that you should hold shields and your block skill to a higher importance than the actual armor that you're using. Yes, armor is good, it does help reduce your damage, but shields will negate all damage. And that's why I'm making this video, to show you the importance of shields and your blocking skill. Let's run down here to our buddy troll test subject here and let's look at some numbers. So I see a lot of comments in my video talking about me doing in-game content in Trollhide, like it's not doable or something, and it totally is, and that's because I put more focus on my shield and kiting with my bow than I do with melee and getting hit. If you're running a bow build, something like the Trollhide is going to be better for you because of the fact that it doesn't lower your move speed. If you take a look at this, this gives you -5, this gives you -5. This doesn't mess with your move speed, nor does the cape. But if we equip just both of these, and then we equip a shield, any old shield will do, and a melee weapon, doesn't matter, any old melee weapon will do, you can now see that we have a 20% reduction to our move speed. And that may not seem like a big difference, and you may not notice it when you're running around all the time, but trust me, it's a big difference. And just for reference, here's a side-by-side comparison of what that looks like. So here is wearing the iron armor that reduces your speed, along with having a shield and melee weapon equipped, compared to not having a shield and melee weapon equipped, compared to wearing Trollhide armor, which would essentially be like not wearing any armor because it's not reducing your move speed at all. Okay, so move speed aside, armor does negate damage, but it works differently than how the shield works. So the shields block a flat amount of damage, and that damage is equal to whatever the block power is. So you can see here on this wooden shield, my block power is 34. Now what you see in orange is the block power of the shield. What you see there in the yellow parentheses is my block power with that shield, taking into account my blocking skill level, which on this character, it is currently at 25. And we know this because we can quickly take a look at this noob character that I made. And here is the noob character with a shield, and you can see the block power in both yellow and orange is the same because that character has no blocking skills. So because of this, depending on what you are fighting, you can block 100% of the incoming damage. And we can show this very easily here with the troll and the black metal shield. So all I have to do is equip the black metal shield. I'm going to strip off all of my armor because we're not going to need it. Now we're going to run up here to the troll. We're going to block and we're just going to let him smashy smash. So you can see there, he just hit us for 63. What you are seeing in white there is the full amount. It's showing you the blocked damage, but that's the amount of damage he's doing. So he's hitting for 61. He just hit for 59.7. And we're blocking 100% of the damage because this blocks a total of 102 with our current block skill. Now, if we switch to something like the wooden shield here, which only has a block power of 34, so let's swap to that, and we're going to walk up here to him. Some of that damage that he's doing is going to get through, about 30. So there we go, 26, 21, 34. You get the idea. Now let's take a look at armor. So for the armor here, I'm going to equip a full set of iron armor, and it's gonna jump our armor up here to a pretty decent amount versus the troll. So you can see that this is tier 3, tier 3, tier 4, tier 4, and we have a total of 60 armor. Now I'm not going to block, I'm just going to let the troll hit us. Now we know he's doing between let's say 55 and 60-ish damage usually. So if we walk back up here and we let him hit us some more, and we're blocking 62, 51. So we're gonna say between 50 and 60 damage, because that's around there. He varies a lot in damage there. So we're gonna go up here and we're just gonna let him hit us with all of this armor. You can see we only took 11. That's not bad at all. 14. That's a decent amount of damage reduction, but it's damage reduction, not damage negation. So if we take a look here and we use something like the wooden shield, so let's swap to the wooden shield here. Now this wooden shield is not going to block all of his damage, obviously. But what's interesting is if we get hit, you can see now we only took 1.8. If we get hit again, we block 33, we took 1.5. So what's happening there is it's removing the blocked damage, taking the remaining damage, and then doing whatever math it needs to do for the armor negation. I'm still not 100% sure how the armor negation, like what percentage it does. I mean, armor in games, the math on them gets crazy sometimes, and I'm not really trying to figure that out in this video. If you have an idea of how the math works for the armor, let me know down in the comments. We'll do some tests and see if that's legit or not. But yeah, I'm not trying to figure out how it bases it. I don't know if it's percentage or what. Don't care. That's not what this video is about. Anyway, so you can see how that works there. So yes, armor is helpful if you don't have a shield that can handle all of the damage of the things you are facing. However, if you do have a shield that can handle all of the damage from the things that you are facing, then honestly, you don't even need armor because you can block all of the incoming damage. So we are over here in the plains biome. I've swapped back to my troll hide. I only have 33 armor and I'm using an upgraded banded shield. This is the iron tier shield and it is at level 3, giving us a total of 79 block power, which is 79 damage negation. So let's go over here and let's find everybody's most people's nemesis, the 𝐷eath_𝐶edo. And I want to show you what happens when you fight something that one-shots most people, even in higher level armor. What happens if you have just a decent shield and you've spent time leveling your blocking. So there we go. He just hit us for exactly 0. So let's block again. We're gonna wait patiently. Hopefully we don't end up with one behind us. There we go. We blocked a full 74 damage with just the iron shield. Now, what if you're not at iron yet? Can you still handle a 𝐷eath_𝐶edo? Well, yeah, you actually can. We're gonna wait till he hits us here. We're gonna block. Okay, so now we're swapping over to my bronze shield, and we're gonna wait for him to come hit us, and then we'll take a look at the stats for that. So there we go. He only did 1 damage to us, and that is with a bronze shield with a little bit of levels into blocking, and we can easily take a hit from a 𝐷eath_𝐶edo. Now, some damage does get through. You can see there, 3.7 got through, but 3.7 is a big difference from his full damage amount. So if we swap to this shield here, we can block all of it. You can see he's hitting for anywhere from 70 to I've even seen 80 damage, even higher sometimes. They hit really freaking hard. So let's get rid of this guy and let's go for one of the big hitters, one of the goblins. All right, it took me a hot second to get one kited out of there. So here we go. We're gonna let one of them hit us and we're going to use not the wood shield, the bronze shield. I highly do not recommend trying to let one of these guys hit you with a wood shield. That's going to hurt. But here we go with the bronze shield. So we're just gonna let him hit us here. So there you can see troll armor with a bronze shield, and he was only able to get 6 damage through. Now these guys hit really hard, and I'll show you how hard they hit here. This should block all of their damage, so you can see what kind of damage they do. So they hit for about 100, and it varies. All the damage, it's hard to show like flat numbers because all the numbers vary in this so much. So there you can see he hit for over 100 and got damage through. Now, don't go thinking that shields are the be-all, end-all, and you should just run around butt naked, fighting everything with a shield in your fist, Viking style, because that's not the case. Shields do have a weakness, and that weakness is your stamina. So if we go up here to this troll and we let him hit us, you can see there, watch our stamina chunk down. See it chunk down when we take a hit there? So you're very limited by your stamina. If you don't have food like I have right now to give me a ton of stamina, you're only going to be able to block a few attacks from something like a troll or a death skeeto or one of the fullings, however you pronounce. I'm calling them goblins, one of the goblins. So that's something to keep in mind. While they do negate all of the damage that's equal to their block power, they're not going to save you if you run out of stamina. And that is a bonus that the armor has, is that not only will it negate any damage that gets through the shield, but it also does not use up your stamina to have it. And I have not noticed any difference as far as like dodging goes for stamina use between the two. I haven't done a ton of testing on this, but if you take a look here, if we dodge, you can see it went to the first chunk there. So, and then we swap over to this quickly and we do another roll. You can see we use the same amount of stamina when we roll, and you don't lose any stamina based on the damage that is negated by the armor. So if we just let him hit us here, you can see we lost no stamina. We just face tank it. And I have yet to find damage that a shield cannot block if it can handle the damage that's coming through. So whatever is hitting you, even if it's something with an AoE like the 𝐴𝐿𝐼ng's fireballs, even if they shoot you with a fireball or something like that, if you have a shield that can absorb the damage, you don't even take any damage from the explosion. Even the Grey Dwarf shamans, like poison spit that they do, you can block 100% of that if your shield can take the damage that's coming through. So I've yet to find anything. If you know of something that can't take the damage, let me know and I'll test it. If you think you know of something, let me know down in the comments and I'll run a test, but I have yet to see anything that a shield cannot block. So with all of that said, how can you level your blocking skill? Well, one of the easiest ways to level your blocking skill is to get a buddy, go into PvP, and just beat the crap out of each other while you take turns blocking. That will level you relatively fast. The other thing you can do is find an enemy that attacks fast, like the troll. If you can block all of the troll's damage, you can see he just attacks non-stop or something like that. Find something that attacks quickly and doesn't run around like an idiot like the Grey Dwarfs do, and let it just beat on you for a while. Leeches should be another pretty good one. I haven't really noticed them running. They seem to just have a mechanic where they'll just keep chomping and chomping. So something like that, that'd be really good to test or to train your blocking skill on. But your easiest bet is to find a buddy, stand inside so you both are rested and have the resting buff, and you get 400% stamina regen so you can beat on each other relatively easily, regen your stamina, and level that way. And not only is blocking insanely strong because of the fact that it negates damage, but you can also stun the enemies, and you can even stun ranged enemies if you parry an attack. So I'm going to show you here for those of you who do not know what a parry looks like. So I'll try to time it right here. This guy's a little weird to time. There you go. And you can see he stumbles backwards. That's what a parry looks like. There you go. And you can just keep doing that over and over and over again. So it makes blocking insanely strong. Even, like I said, you can even do this to ranged attacks. If you block the ranged attack that's coming in, you will stun them just the same. They'll do that like flail back motion, and it can allow you to close the gap on a ranged target. So shields are insanely strong in this game, and they're made even stronger by good armor, but good armor is not a necessity. Anyone out there with good timing and good blocking skills and good hand-eye coordination and dexterity can easily manage to run around in butt naked if they wanted to. I don't recommend doing that, but if you really wanted to, you could run around butt naked with just a shield. All right, well, hopefully you all found this video helpful, and it gives you a better idea of how damage works in this game and how you can negate damage in this game. If you did find it informational, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I put out other Valheim videos. And I don't just cover Valheim. It just so happens that Valheim is the featured game on the channel right now. I cover all kinds of different games, so you never know when I'm going to be making guides for a game that you may be playing. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this episode. If you like what you saw, saw, consider hitting that sub button. I want to give a big thank you to my patrons for making this episode possible. You all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to join my elite crew of Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.